Cybersecurity. We're going to start this one with something that might freak you out. Do you know just how much big digital companies like Facebook and Google have on you? Everywhere you go, everything you type, and sometimes even the things that you think you have deleted, they have all of this stored up in secret. Now, imagine what a security breach would cause: severe damage and massive loss. With the advancement in technology, cybersecurity has become a necessity. Last year, the personal data of over 140 million Americans was stolen from a credit score company called Equifax. Names, addresses, social security numbers, banking information, everything you would need to steal someone's identity. Big tech companies would not recover after a breach like that, so they're paying really good money to anyone who can bulletproof their tech. As such, there's now a high demand for security engineers, and they earn an average of around $100,000 per year. The best way to appeal to these companies is to be valuable. Cybersecurity is gold. Software developer. A software developer earns an average of $150,000 per month. If you take a trip down memory lane, you might remember Flappy Bird, that game in 2014 that sucked you in completely into an addiction. Well, it might surprise you to find out that it took the app creator, Dong Nguyen, all of 3 days to make it. 3 days! This has got to be the fastest path to Millionaireville. Indeed, not many other people have made it that way and that fast since then, but the game of software development is a sure moneymaker if you're innovative enough. So, if you have software gifted fingers, now would be the time to get cracking. The world is waiting for you. Author. Names like Stephen King, George R.R. Martin, and J.R.R. Tolkien will never not ring a bell immediately. That's because they are only a few of the world's most famous writers, and possibly one of the richest. So it goes without saying that there is a lot of money to be made in the literary world. While writing may look like a relatively simple thing, it takes a lot of work, dedication, and obviously an actual story. If you are good at writing and have what it takes to hit it big and become a bestseller, the big bucks are going to start rolling in for you. The basic starter pack would entail writing roughly 80,000 words, the average size of a novel, finding an agent who believes in your work and would be willing to represent you and sell your talent with fervency. That does seem like a lot, doesn't it? On top of that, you then have to get the book published. However, all that trouble would be thoroughly worth it if it becomes a bestseller. You would be looking at serious dollar signs, not to mention that you will live on through your words, and maybe even get to sell the rights to Hollywood. There's an endless sea of possibilities when it comes to this field. Investment banker. Getting into the banking world is never a bad idea. Since you dream of dollar bill signs, you might as well surround yourself with money. Money and money management is probably the most straightforward way of getting rich. The money-making potential of an investment banker is kind of ridiculous. As an investment banker, you would merely be helping people or companies that are already rich to manage their money and advise them on how to invest that money. If you manage to step into a vice president or leading director role, you would be on your way to millionaire status before you even know it. You help them, they help you. Simple as that. Online trader. Technically, being a blogger, YouTuber, or writer could all be considered side jobs. One exciting way to generate additional income is to sell a product on online e-commerce platforms like Amazon and eBay. Sometimes, if you plan and research correctly, you might never have even to touch your product. All you would have to do is find someone who makes the products on a large scale, buy from them, put it on your favorite e-commerce store, and start earning your money. Plastic surgeon. Being a doctor is obviously a great way to make a lot of money, but there are some fields in the profession that generate a lot of cash, more than any other. One of these is plastic surgery. The salary of plastic surgeons is $250,000 upwards. Plastic surgery is so lucrative because it is everywhere. Everyone wants to look good, and they sure are desperate enough to pay for it. Corporate lawyers. Did you know that former First Lady Michelle Obama is a lawyer? We're pretty sure that's not entirely how she got rich, but you may want to pay attention to this, because lawyers earn about $200,000 upward. If you're great at what you do, you can be a millionaire 5 years into your corporate job. As a corporate lawyer, you would work in the legal departments of large financial or tech companies. The higher the value you can bring to them, or save them from having to pay, the higher your salary. In big cases, it's not uncommon to get a single payout over $1 million if the case is won. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal. Pilot. It's everyone's dream to travel and see the world, and this is not cheap at all. Pilots make this possible, and they are paid handsomely for their service. Becoming a pilot is not a walk in the park, but for that paycheck, it's definitely worth it. They get an average salary of $100,000. It'll take a pilot an average of less than 10 years to get to $1 million. Pilots still get paid good money in an age where they no longer have to do that much. A good pilot earns, on average, $300 per hour, while a low-paying pilot brings home over $200 per hour. So if you are interested in flying all over the world while getting paid an excellent salary to do so, it's best you get started.